Hello everybody, my name is Austin, and today I will be talking to you about Genshin Impact, and more specifically, the title of this video, Resin. I want to talk about how it impacts this game, and let's discuss. Original Resin, it's kind of like energy system, right? It's an energy system used to like help clear and gather rewards. It's used to gather loot and from ley lines to bosses to domains and stuff like that. And it's a really precious resource, right? As any energy system should be. And something to quite know, right, is that casuals don't really hate this resin system because, well, they usually don't need it as much, and obviously it overflows, right? And me, I'm that type of guy. I'm just like, I literally have no use for my resin. I mean, I want to grind, obviously, but only on certain days. Certain days, I'm like, oh my god, where is my resin at? But in times like this, where I'm back at school, you know, school just started, and I have other things to do, I'm just like, oh my god, resin is just overflowing. Like, I'm just like, I don't need resin right now. But when I am grinding, I'm like, oh my god, I need resin. And I can see why, you know, Hoyoverse adding this resin system is what like splits like your average everyday Genshin player versus your dedicated, you know, non-stop Genshin top tier 36-star abyss cleared motherfuckers out there. No hate to my brothers who play this game, you know. I can appreciate spending my time and, you know, my world for Genshin, but occasionally I do like to play other stuff. But that's out of topic, right? That is out of topic. So, as you can see, right? As you can see, like, resin is just, it's one of those things where, can you really replace it? Because I certainly think that we should. Because, on one hand, it is just annoying, right? It's just annoying to, like, you have to use it, or otherwise it's just become a wasted resource. Otherwise, you're just gonna waste it. You don't want to waste resources, right? So you have to use it. If you're casual, that's like, oh, I have other stuff to do. I don't want to be grinding 40 minutes a day. But for hardcore people who have a lot of time on their hands, like myself at one point, I was grinding constantly. I was playing this game for like 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and for like certain periods, like on break and stuff, whenever I would not have school, and I would be like, oh my god, where's my resin? And I would have to resort to using this thing called fragile resin, which just boosts your amount of resin you can get. Right? It's like a little heroin dose, you know, a little drug dose. You know, take a little shot, you know, and boom, you get 60 original resin. like the heroin shot metaphor isn't even like a joke either. It's like, it is literally just a dose. Like, you're literally taking resin in terms of doses. When you're hardcore, right, you're just like chug, 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 because, you know, the game doesn't give you enough resin, and so you become addicted. You're like, oh my god, where's my shot of resin? Just like how, you know, heroin addicts are just, you know, constantly needing to, you know, stick in the needle. Genshin players, you know, when they're in that grind zone, you know, need a shot of that resin, like, every single second. Otherwise, they're just not happy. And when, they don't become hardcore as much, like, for example, me, on a school day, they're just wasted because it just caps and it just gets annoying. I'm just like, golly, man. Golly, I don't want to log in to collect this crap. I don't even farm anymore. I have homework to do. I have friends to see. I have other games to play. and stuff like that, right? That's like casual me. That's what casual me thinks. But when hardcore me thinks playing this game Genshin, I'm like, oh my god, where's more? Where's more? Where's more? So just in general, right? Just the original resin system and overall the energy systems in these gacha games, they've been kind of shit. They've been kind of really, really bad. And honestly, I think Hoyoverse needs to come up with a new system, right? These guys are innovative, right? These top heads over here, they're innovative. They should be innovative at least. Like, it's clear, right? I mean, Hoyoverse likes to appeal to casuals, right? At the very least, change the resin system. Like, at least change it, turn it to something else. Because resin sucks as a whole. We don't need resin. Like, hardcore players, casual players, we don't need resin. Because resin just ruins our lives, right? When you don't need it, it's just everywhere. But when you need it, it's nowhere. It's such a scarcity resource that if you could just tweak it a little bit, it could be so much better, right? Maybe have it so that way, original resin doesn't hurt casual players, and you could give a bunch to the hardcore players. I know, that's so epic, but literally the original resin system now is kind of bad because, casuals and hardcore players are feeling the burn, and it sucks. It sucks because I am literally both sides. I am part of the both groups, hardcore and casual. When I'm free, I play all the time I want. But when I'm not free, I literally am struggling to use my resin. It's something Hoyoverse needs to fix. Honestly, that's my opinion. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, bye.